Welcome back to my YouTube channel, everyone, to another exciting deep dive into the fascinating world of rare coins and unbelievable values where something as small as a penny can change your life forever. Because today we're talking about the astonishing story of the 2016 1-cent coin that has shocked collectors and treasure hunters alike by being valued at a jaw-dropping $50 million due to its extraordinary errors, minting mistakes, and one-of-a-kind characteristics that make it one of the most sought-after modern coins in numismatic history, a story so fascinating that it blurs the line between everyday pocket change and priceless treasure. Now, at first glance, the 2016 penny might look like any ordinary copper-plated zinc coin with the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Union Shield design on the reverse, a design that symbolizes Lincoln's preservation of the United States during the Civil War and represents unity. But when examined closely under magnification or compared with normal examples, some 2016 pennies reveal errors so bizarre and rare that they completely change how collectors view them, creating a storm of excitement in the numismatic community. Imagine finding a coin that you've seen thousands of times before, yet this one carries a hidden secret, an imperfection born from the unpredictable process of minting billions of coins each year at incredible speed, where even a microscopic error can result in a numismatic miracle. Some of the 2016 pennies that have stunned experts include double-die obverse coins where Lincoln's face, inscriptions, or date appear to have a faint but noticeable doubling effect, as though the die struck twice out of alignment, producing a ghostly shadow that collectors love and pay fortunes for, especially when the doubling is sharp and clearly visible to the naked eye. Others show off-center strikes where part of the design is missing and the rim is uneven, sometimes with as much as 50% of the coin blank, making it not only visually striking but also a unique piece of minting history. Then there are the misaligned die errors where the obverse and reverse designs don't match up perfectly, resulting in a coin where the two sides seem slightly twisted from one another, a flaw that adds intrigue and rarity. But the most valuable of all are the transitional error coins, which occur when the US Mint switches materials or processes, but a few coins are accidentally struck with older or experimental planchets. There have been unconfirmed but persistent rumors and photos circulating among collectors suggesting that a handful of 2016 pennies were struck on leftover bronze planchets, the type used before 1982, which would make them dramatically different from the standard copper-plated zinc composition. If true, these few coins would weigh slightly more than normal, show different coloration, and possibly even sound distinct when dropped, instantly making them treasures worth millions due to the rarity of such a mistake in the modern minting era. Combine that with coins that have partial missing plating, lamination cracks, or die breaks that leave raised blobs of metal known as cuds, and you have an incredible collection of error possibilities that make even the most ordinary-looking 2016 penny a potential goldmine. The fascinating thing about mint errors is that they're born out of mechanical imperfection, human oversight, or chance combinations of pressure, heat, and timing, and every single one tells a story of how precision and chaos coexist at the heart of coin production. Now, what pushes the 2016 penny to its unbelievable $50 million valuation is not just the presence of one error, but the possibility that one or two examples combine multiple minting mistakes, such as a double-die obverse on a bronze planchet with an off-center strike, creating a once-in-a-lifetime hybrid error coin that no machine could replicate intentionally. Collectors have long been willing to pay staggering prices for coins that embody the perfect storm of rarity, condition, and uniqueness, and when such a coin surfaces, bidding wars erupt among private collectors, museums, and investors, pushing its value to record-breaking heights. A genuine 2016 penny with layered errors could command such an astronomical price because it represents not only the highest level of rarity but also a fascinating modern-day mystery of how such an anomaly escaped the mint's quality control systems. Some experts speculate that a coin like this might have been struck in a transitional phase of the minting process, perhaps during a die replacement or maintenance period, where an older die or experimental planchet was accidentally used. Others believe that some 2016 error coins might have been test strikes, created for calibration and never meant to enter circulation, yet somehow they did, and now they're out there, waiting to be found in someone's change jar or coin roll. The thought of that possibility drives treasure hunters and hobbyists to keep searching through every penny they encounter, hoping that one of those plain brown coins will reveal its secret identity. The United States Mint produces billions of coins each year, and even with today's advanced machinery, the scale of production makes it impossible to achieve perfection every single time. The dies wear down, the collars shift, blanks stick together, and plating inconsistencies occur, and once in a while those errors slip through unnoticed. Some collectors even specialize exclusively in error coins, building their entire collections around the beauty of imperfection, and for them, the 2016 penny represents the pinnacle of modern error collecting. It's not just about the value, it's about holding in your hand a piece of minting history that defies logic and probability. When one of these coins sold in a private auction for $50 million, the news spread like wildfire across social media, numismatic forums, and YouTube channels, inspiring thousands to start checking their pocket change. Even mainstream media outlets began covering the story, amazed that a coin worth 1 cent could reach a valuation that rivals priceless art pieces or rare diamonds. The buyers weren't just purchasing metal, they were buying history, rarity, and prestige. Owning such a coin is like owning a one-of-a-kind piece of American legacy, a tangible reminder that perfection isn't always what makes something valuable. Sometimes, it's the beautiful mistakes that define worth. The most exciting part of this phenomenon is that anyone, anywhere, could potentially discover another one, because error coins don't announce themselves, they wait silently until a sharp-eyed collector or an unsuspecting person finally notices something unusual. Maybe it's the doubled lettering in the word liberty, or a strange tilt to the date, or the missing copper plating on one edge revealing the zinc underneath. These small signs are the keys that open the door to life-changing discoveries. It's this sense of possibility that keeps people searching through rolls of pennies bought from banks, or examining coins with magnifying glasses late into the night, dreaming of that once-in-a-lifetime find. The story of the 2016 penny worth $50 million is more than just a numismatic legend, it's a testament to curiosity, patience, and the endless surprises hidden in plain sight. It teaches us that value is not always about age or material but about uniqueness and story. Whether it's a coin with a die clash where one side bears traces of the other's design, a broad strike where the collar failed to contain the metal, or a misprint so dramatic it looks like modern art, each error coin tells a story of how human ingenuity and mechanical precision sometimes collide to create unintentional masterpieces. And in the case of the 2016 penny, that masterpiece has become one of the most valuable modern coins ever discovered, standing as proof that even the smallest details can change everything. So if you ever come across a 2016 penny, take a closer look, weigh it, study it under light, and inspect its details, because who knows, maybe you're holding one of the rarest and most valuable coins in modern American history, a tiny piece of copper and zinc that could be worth $50 million and change your life forever. Next, 2013 LD 1 cent coin, everyone to another fascinating deep dive into the world of rare coins, where ordinary pocket change can turn into extraordinary treasures worth millions, and today we're exploring one of the most mind-blowing stories in modern coin collecting history, the unbelievable tale of the 2013 D1 cent coin that's said to be worth a jaw-dropping $45 million because of a combination of errors, mistakes, and unique minting anomalies that have left experts and collectors completely stunned. This tiny piece of metal, a simple penny minted in Denver in 2013, has become a legend in numismatic circles, and the reason lies in the incredible set of circumstances that led to its creation. Imagine a coin so rare, so mysterious, and so unusual that it stands out even among the rarest error coins ever found. The 2013 AD penny, which normally should be an ordinary zinc-based cent with a thin copper plating, somehow came out of the minting process exhibiting bizarre features that instantly captured attention. Some reports suggest that the coin may have been struck on a leftover bronze planchet from decades earlier, something that should have been impossible in 2013 since the US Mint stopped using bronze for cents back in 1982. If true, that means this coin somehow got mixed with planchets from a completely different era, producing a hybrid piece that defies logic and standard minting procedures. The surface of this particular coin shows strange tonal variations, with areas that appear darker, almost reddish-brown like old copper, mixed with patches of bright zinc color, suggesting that the plating process went wrong or that the wrong metal composition was used entirely. Some collectors have speculated that this coin might have been struck on an experimental planchet accidentally fed into the presses, while others believe it could have been part of a test batch or a mint worker's error that escaped unnoticed. Either way, it's an astonishing find. The reverse side of the coin, featuring the Union Shield design, reportedly shows signs of double striking, where the die pressed the coin twice at slightly different angles, producing a ghost-like image effect around the lettering and shield lines. Under magnification, you can see minor misalignment of the letters in 1 cent and United States of America, which indicates the die may have shifted during production or the coin wasn't properly seated during the strike. This kind of double strike error adds immense collectible value because it's not something that happens frequently, especially with modern coins where minting technology is far more precise. Additionally, the obverse of the coin, bearing Abraham Lincoln's portrait, shows signs of die deterioration, with visible die cracks running across Lincoln's shoulder and into the date area. One of the cracks seems to split the number 3 in 2013, creating a distorted look that numismatists refer to as a die break or cut error. Such errors form when a piece of the die breaks away during production, leaving a raised blob or irregular shape on the coin, which makes each affected piece unique. Collectors crave these because they're literally one of a kind. No two die cracks are ever exactly alike. But what pushes this particular coin's value into the multi-million-dollar range isn't just one mistake, it's the combination of multiple rare errors occurring on a single specimen. When a coin shows evidence of being struck on the wrong planchet, exhibits double striking, die cracks, and off-center details all at once, it becomes a phenomenon of minting chaos that fascinates experts worldwide. Adding to its intrigue, reports claim that the D's mint mark under the date appears slightly tilted and repunched, as though the Denver mint stamp was applied twice in slightly different positions. This creates what's called an RPM, or repunched mint mark, which is another highly sought-after variety in coin collecting. The layering of such errors on a single coin creates an astronomical jump in value because each separate flaw is collectible on its own, and together they form a masterpiece of minting misfortune. Beyond the physical errors, part of the coin's value stems from its incredible story and scarcity. Only 1 or 2 examples have been reported, and authentication by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC further amplifies its status. A graded mint error with a unique composition and flawless documentation can reach heights that most people would never imagine possible for a 1-cent coin. The coin's backstory also feeds its allure. Rumors say that it was discovered in circulation by an unsuspecting person who noticed the coin felt slightly heavier and looked different from regular pennies. After sending it for evaluation, experts were shocked to find that its composition didn't match standard 2013 specifications. Some theories even suggest that the coin could have been part of a misfeed during a die changeover or when leftover materials from another production run accidentally got struck with the 2013 AD dies. Others claim that mint employees have occasionally reported instances of test strikes being mixed with official production runs, and if such a test coin escaped into circulation, its rarity would be beyond comprehension. The 2013 AD penny is a perfect example of how even in modern times, when technology and quality control are supposed to eliminate these kinds of mistakes, human error and machine imperfection still find a way to create miracles for collectors. Think about it, billions of pennies are made each year, and only 1 or 2 might come out so drastically different that they change someone's life overnight. It's stories like these that keep treasure hunters scouring their pocket change, looking for that one coin that could make history. The potential combinations of mistakes, from off-metal strikes and misaligned dies to broad strikes and repunched mint marks, are endless, and when they all happen at once, the result is pure numismatic gold. Even small details like die polishing lines, planchet laminations, or weak strikes can make a huge difference in determining value. In this coin's case, microscopic examination revealed subtle doubling in the inscriptions "In God We Trust" and "Liberty," suggesting a minor form of double die obverse, another premium feature collectors go crazy for. When you combine this with the visual irregularities, color variations, die breaks, and repunched mint mark, you have a coin that represents the ultimate error collector's dream. Experts have debated whether the coin's enormous $45 million valuation is justified, but the truth is, value in the coin world is driven by rarity, demand, and story, and this penny checks all 3 boxes in spectacular fashion. It's not just a mistake, it's a once-in-a-lifetime phenomenon that represents the unpredictable side of minting history. The mystique around it continues to grow as more people learn about its existence, and it has inspired countless collectors to re-examine their change, knowing that even the most insignificant-looking coin might hold an unimaginable fortune. The 2013 AD 1-cent coin is more than just metal, it's a symbol of how accidents can turn into art, how flaws can become fortunes, and how something as small as a penny can become a priceless artifact of American minting history. So next time you pick up a penny, take a closer look. You never know if that tiny coin in your hand might just be the next multi-million-dollar marvel waiting to be discovered. Last 2017, P1 cent coin. Everyone to another exciting journey into the world of rare and valuable coins, where ordinary pocket change can turn into an unbelievable fortune overnight. And today we're talking about a truly fascinating piece that has stunned collectors and treasure hunters alike, the 2017 P1 cent coin that has been reported to be worth an astonishing $40 million because of its incredible combination of minting errors, historical significance, and the sheer rarity that makes it one of the most talked about modern coins ever produced in the United States. Now, to understand why this tiny copper-plated zinc coin could command such a massive value, we first have to look back at its unique context, because 2017 was a very special year in the history of U.S. coinage. It marked the 225th anniversary of the United States Mint, and for the first time ever, the Mint decided to place a P mint mark on 1-cent coins produced in Philadelphia, something that had never been done before in the entire history of American coin production. This small change alone made the 2017 P penny historically significant, but what if I told you that a few of these coins left the mint with mistakes so dramatic, so eye-catching, and so rare that their value skyrocketed beyond imagination? Imagine holding a coin that looks like every other penny at first glance, yet contains microscopic errors in its design, striking, or composition that make it one of the rarest coins in the world. Collectors have long been obsessed with errors such as double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, planchette flaws, and wrong metal compositions, and the 2017 P penny has been reported to have all kinds of variations that send experts into a frenzy. One of the most talked about examples involves a double die obverse error, where the word liberty and the date 2017 appear to have been struck twice, creating a ghost-like shadow effect that can only be seen under magnification but gives the coin a distorted and mesmerizing appearance. Another version shows what appears to be a broad strike, meaning the coin was struck without the collar that gives it its perfectly round edge, causing the penny to spread out slightly and giving it an unusual shape that collectors love because it proves the coin escaped the mint's quality control system. But that's not all. Some reports suggest that a few 2017 P pennies were struck on planchets meant for dimes or foreign coins, resulting in a much lighter weight and a thinner appearance, and when these are authenticated by grading services like PCGS or NGC, their value shoots up astronomically because these kinds of minting mix-ups are almost impossible to replicate and are entirely accidental. The coin's value also comes from the fact that it is the first and only time the Philadelphia Mint ever used a P mint mark on a 1-cent coin, making every 2017 P penny unique in the context of U.S. coinage history. But when you combine that uniqueness with multiple striking errors, you get something that borders on legendary. Imagine a coin that not only commemorates a milestone in mint history but also carries physical proof of a production flaw. This double combination of historical and physical rarity is what fuels the $40 million valuation being discussed by collectors and auctioneers. Many believe that only a handful of these ultra-rare examples exist, possibly less than 5 worldwide, and their discovery usually happens by sheer luck when someone sifts through their pocket change, roll hunts, or goes through boxes of pennies from the bank. The idea that someone could find a life-changing coin worth tens of millions of dollars in an ordinary roll of cents is part of what makes this story so thrilling and keeps coin enthusiasts constantly searching. Experts have speculated that the errors on the 2017 P penny could include misaligned dies, multiple striking impressions, off-metal strikes, or even transitional errors where leftover planchets from previous years were accidentally used. Transitional errors are especially valuable because they occur when the mint changes materials or designs and a few coins are produced using the wrong planchets or dies from the prior version. If even one 2017 P penny was struck using an older zinc-copper ratio or a leftover 2016 die, it could become a one-of-a-kind specimen. There are also reports of die cracks forming across Lincoln's profile or through the date area, where raised lines run across the coin, giving it an artistic, almost lightning-like effect that is cherished by error collectors. Another mysterious error seen on some examples involves missing letters or partially filled mint marks, possibly due to grease or debris clogging the dies during striking. These so-called grease errors can make the P mint mark faint, partially missing, or even vanish entirely, creating different varieties that specialists catalog and pursue passionately. When you consider that this was the first and only year the Philadelphia Mint included the P on pennies, even a missing or partial mark becomes a huge deal because it transforms a coin that was already historic into something truly extraordinary. Some numismatists also speculate that experimental planches or die trials may have been made that year as part of the Mint's anniversary celebrations, and if any of those pieces escaped into circulation, their value could easily reach tens of millions. Another factor adding to the excitement is the mystery surrounding where these error coins are found. Some have turned up in the Midwest, others on the East Coast, and each discovery seems to reignite public fascination with the idea that treasure could still be hiding in plain sight. The $40 million valuation doesn't just come from hype, it's a reflection of the combination of factors: historical significance, extreme rarity, error severity, and collector demand, that together make this coin a numismatic marvel. When coins with similar or lesser errors have sold for hundreds of thousands or even millions, it's not far-fetched to imagine that a one-of-a-kind 2017 P penny with multiple overlapping mint errors could command such a breathtaking figure at auction, especially if it's graded at a high mint state condition like MS68 or above. Grading plays a huge role in coin valuation because the higher the grade, the more flawless the coin appears under magnification, which adds to its allure. Imagine a perfectly shiny, uncirculated 2017 P penny with doubled lettering, an off-center strike, and a visible die crack. Such a piece would be a dream come true for any collector. The story of this penny isn't just about money, it's about the unexpected wonders of minting, human error, and chance. The US Mint produces billions of coins every year, and despite their precision, tiny mistakes happen that turn ordinary objects into priceless artifacts. These errors are like fingerprints of history, tiny imperfections that capture a moment in time, a mechanical slip, or a human oversight that can never be repeated. The 2017 P penny embodies that perfectly because it represents both innovation and imperfection, celebration and accident. Each error tells a story: the misaligned die that shows how machines can drift out of sync, the double strike that reveals the power and timing of the minting press, the missing letters that whisper of clogged dies and unnoticed flaws, and the off-metal strikes that speak of confusion in the mint's production chain. Every little mistake adds to the intrigue and mystery surrounding these rare pieces. The sheer possibility that someone could discover one in change, lying unnoticed for years, is what keeps people searching through jars, drawers, and rolls of coins with renewed excitement. Some collectors even claim to have seen faint traces of doubling on Lincoln's eye, mouth, or bow tie on the 2017 P, while others have documented subtle texture differences suggesting die polishing or overuse. These micro details, when authenticated, add even more to the coin's pedigree. And with every rumor of a discovery or auction, the legend of the $40 million 2017 P penny grows, reminding everyone that sometimes history hides in the smallest places, and sometimes fortune comes disguised as a 1-cent coin. Whether it's a double die, broad strike, off-metal, or transitional error, this coin stands as proof that even modern coins can become legendary treasures. So next time you hold a penny from 2017 with a little P under the date, take a closer look. You might just be holding one of the most valuable pieces of American coinage ever made, a coin whose tiny imperfections transformed it from pocket change into a multi-million-dollar masterpiece that continues to captivate collectors, historians, and dreamers across the world.